If she's not walking back to the bedroom with a knife in her hand, she's going sleepy time. You know what I'm saying? Hands tied like this. Boom! You know what I'm saying? Or as soon as she turned around, hands tied like this, hands over the head. She going sleepy time, putting her to sleep right then and there, bro. You can't stop me. Turn the air down, 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 yeah. Turn the city upside down, 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 down. White woman kidnaps, tortures black man in date from hell. I feel like all guys, at the end of the day, when you're talking to a woman, you're taking a girl out on a date, always in the back of your head, you're just a little thrown off. Why did you want to see me, you know? And then you start thinking to yourself, am I getting backdoored right now? But if you guys want to go get one of my art toys, head over to bagboytoys.com. It should be down there at the bottom. But other than that, let's get into the vid, man.
A white female kidnaps, duct tapes, and stabs a black male during a Tinder date. Let's put a picture up full throttle here. All right.
Shorty is not duct taping me. I don't care. She's not duct taping me. She's not kidnapping me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what weird kink she's saying that she gotta do. You is not tying me up to nothing, shorty. You know what I'm saying? You could try. How you feel? Huss. You know what I mean? Huss. You know, you better chill out. You better chill out. I ain't gonna let you duct tape and you know, start cutting me up. You know, I don't need to start messing around with Jeffrey Dahmers.
She could be incarcerated right now for murder. Let me give you the background as to what happened. According to the police, a Colorado woman decided to duct tape, stab a 21-year-old black male Tinder date. She orders DoorDash while...
Bro, she looked kind of like evil, bruh. She looked evil. Like, look at that eye. Her eyes look white, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Imagine sipping out your drink. You drinking some tea. These some good tea and crumpets. Boom, your ass in one of these. You wake up, you see this fucking bitch standing over you. Scary movie, jump scare, oof.
He bled. The victim barely escaped with his life. The officers arrested Lauren Marie Dooley and charged her with second-degree kidnapping, a Class 3 felony, 2 counts of assault in the second degree, a Class 4 felony, menacing, a Class 5 felony, and false imprisonment, a Class 2 misdemeanor. According to WKRC, Dooley appeared in an El Paso County court on Thursday, October 6th. I have significant background to this extreme story. The victim was 21 years of age, a black male who met his attacker on the popular dating app. A Colorado woman has now been charged with multiple.
I wonder if you can sue Tinder for shit like this. Like, you didn't do your due diligence. You got a potentially racist psychopath here on the site, and I met with them because of your app. I would be suing Tinder, I'm not gonna lie.
Felonies after she allegedly brutally assaulted her Tinder date. The 22-year-old is accused of stripping him naked, duct taping him, choking him, and slicing him up with a knife before she ordered something to eat on DoorDash. The victim took advantage of an opportunity to plot his escape and live to tell the tale. The person told the dispatcher he or she could hear someone saying, "Because you cut me and you're going to kill me," and said he was bleeding all over the bed. They wrote, upon arrival, residents at the apartment advised there was a naked male in the parking lot. This is when he escaped. That needed help. Officers located, and we've redacted his name, who was naked and appeared to be bleeding from a laceration on his left arm. Name redacted, also actively backing away from the suspect, identified via a law enforcement database as Lauren Dooley, date of birth 6/2/2000, who appeared to have blood smeared on her arms and hands. I already know some people are going to ask and push back on why did I redact and why have I not proposed the individual's name who's a victim. Here's why, because he's also a victim of sexual assault. I don't give a damn what the charges say. If this was a female in the same position, I would do the exact same thing. Even though she is not charged with sexual assault.
It is kind of crazy that she's not charged with sexual assault and bro was stripped naked. I feel like that would be like the first thing. He's butt booty naked, tied up, being cut. Yeah, I think sexual assault should be a part of the charges. That should be like, it should be like kidnapping, sexual assault, everything else. You know what I'm saying? Or it should be sexual assault, kidnapping. That one's touchy. I don't know. I don't know which one will go like above whatever, but it should be up there. You know what I'm saying? It should be on the list of shit. You know what I mean? And on the way out, I'm not gonna lie, if I was being cut and tied up and shorty ordered DoorDash, she over here eating a fucking Big Mac in front of me and shit, and I'm like, oh, please let me out of this. Nigga, before I leave, bro, just as a precaution, she getting hit with a crazy elbow on the way out. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. She had me tied up. I'm not even gonna take the risk that she might chase me out the door, bro. I'm knocking her Big Mac out her hand, and on my way out, elbow to the forehead. Boom! Just like that, and I'm gone. You feel me? What is he talking about?
This is a sexual assault case, in my opinion, so I would treat it as such on this broadcast. There's more information. The report continued, name redacted, exclaimed that Lauren tied him up and cut him. Lauren was detained but invoked her Miranda rights and refused to speak with me. The officer said the young man did not know the young woman for long, but still went to her house. There's more. They sat on Lauren's couch and talked a bit. Lauren then proceeded to take clothing off and perform oral sex on him, according to the report. She then used duct tape to bind him, name redacted, wrists together and ankles together. The man said that despite finding it odd, he still consented. Now let me just pause right here, okay? This is your first time meeting somebody. This is already a weird situation. I'm saying this as a public service announcement to anyone who has their first encounter with somebody. Please, for the sake of all things holy, do not allow them to completely make you vulnerable to attack, okay? If you get down like that, you get down like that. I have no issue with that. But damn it, at least know who the person is. This situation happened. This man is now completely vulnerable to whatever attack she decided to bring to him, and that's exactly what she did. It can't be that serious, fellas, that's my point.
Yeah, like, and truth be told, if we gonna keep it a stack, you should not let nobody tie you up like that. Because what the hell you do now? Second off, nigga, you already got your shit off. I don't wanna be that guy. But you already got your shit off, bro. If she would have started doing that before she gave you the sloppy double hand twister 3000, it's more understandable how you could be tricked into that situation. Nigga, she already did it. It's the deed is already done. Why are you tying me up now? Why am I in handcuffs? You know what I mean? You're tying my feet together? That's gonna mess up, like, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna mess up all my leverage for me to go dummy mode, like, you know what I mean? So it just don't even make no sense. Like, hard pass, you know what I mean?
All right. However, when Lauren produced a knife and demanded he gets into her bedroom, he no longer consented to staying at the residence. That's when it became a sexual assault. Okay, this is when it goes into this level. Because he was afraid he got into her bed and let her climb on top of him. She then proceeded to use the knife to cut his left shoulder and then use both hands to apply direct pressure to his throat for roughly 20 seconds, making it difficult for him to breathe. Lauren stopped, but only to procure a belt that she then placed around the young black male's neck. The second half of the affidavit, let's put it up, because I want you to know we have the full affidavit here of everything that has been highlighted in evidence and testimony. Dooley then tells the victim to get into the bathtub and bathe, okay? While he was in the tub, she ordered food on DoorDash. Once her order came, before he opened the door, she turned to her date and said, "If you scream or say anything, I'll kill you." After eating the food, she took her date, quote unquote, and went back into her bed, covering him with a blanket. As the young man gets into the bed with her, he notices the knife she used to stab him is underneath the cover near his feet. At some point, Dooley falls asleep, and then he grabs the knife and attempts to free himself, cutting the duct tape. She falls asleep because torture is exhausting.
Because torture is exhausting.
She ate DoorDash, she's torturing, she falls asleep. Once free, he tried to get his keys and his phone to get out of the apartment, but accidentally bumped into a table. The noise from the bump woke Dooley up, but the victim did not stop to engage her. He ran into the parking lot, demanded help, and was met by police officers. He had no clothes on during this time. This is a hell of a story. So obviously, this story is still developing. She invoked her Miranda rights. She is not talking. We have no statement on the record from why this person did this monstrous thing according to the allegation. But please, please, everyone, let this serve as a reminder. You can't simply go head first into everybody's home and trust them without some level of fence or barrier around that relationship. People should earn that level of trust. Now, I know some people will make jokes about this segment. Some people will talk about how he liked it at first and whatever. Let's be one.
There was no liking it at first. He liked when she was giving a sloppy toppy double-handed twister 3000. Yeah, cool. Then you started tying the nigga's hands up. You started tying up his ankles and shit. And he's like, this is weird. You got some odd kinks. You know what I mean? Then she started pulling out knives and shit, cutting niggas and shit. Tying a belt around the nigga's neck. I no longer want to be doing this. And then she hits the nigga with the, "If you scream, I will kill you." Ho 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 ho. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if my legs tied up, my hands tied up. Like, if she don't have the knife on her 24/7, I'm getting out of that shit. Maybe that's all headcanon. I think I'm on some 007 shit. But if I'm butt naked, hands tied up in a bathtub, and she gets the food and shit, and then she tries to take me back to the room or whatever it is, if the knife ain't in her hand when she takes me back to that room, she's going sleepy time. I don't care. I'm being kidnapped and tied up and cut. She's going sleepy time. If she's not walking back to the bedroom with a knife in her hand, she's going sleepy time. You know what I'm saying? Hands tied like this. Boom! You know what I'm saying? Or as soon as she turned around, hands tied like this, hands over the head. She going sleepy time, putting her to sleep right then and there, bro. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. She going night, bro. Bro had to sit through that whole shit till she fell asleep. Hey, man, he better than me. Because that would have been fight or flight. Fight or flight would have kicked in. And I would have been like, oh, yeah, first chance I get, she's going sleepy time. You know? Because this ain't happening. This is not how we rolling. You know what I mean?
100. You wouldn't like to be in this situation. You don't want your children to be in this situation. People that you love, you won't want them to be in this situation. It's a bad situation.
Terrible.
So we're going to highlight this story, stay on top of it, and hopefully at some point we'll understand the motive behind this extreme behavior of this criminal who kidnapped a human being and damn near killed him. All right, Ricky, thoughts on this?
Dr. Richie, thank you for having me again. This is another level of freaky dicky is back.
Yeah. Yes.
And like you said, going into situations like that.
This is Ricky Smiley. I never even knew what Ricky Smiley looked like. Anywho.
Head first could be dangerous. Like, you just can't do anything, and put yourself in a predicament where you just walk in the house and you dealing with the next up and coming female version of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
That's what it sound like. And you know, the DoorDash. I mean, and you said that torturing. Somebody being tortured is exhausted and she's sleepy. Now she's sleepy, and he was able to take the knife and cut himself loose. She should get life in prison. Should never be able to see the light of day again. And I hope that she do get a sexual assault charge along with the kidnapping, attempted murder, menacing, and false imprisonment. She should never get out of jail again. Even if she lose, not able to walk again, she should never see the light of day, because those are small signs of something that could be really dangerous. And she could have killed him, and Lord knows that she beat this case or her privilege get her out or whatever, she might do it again to somebody else. But yeah, careful out there on the dating scene.
It's too easy. Like, she can't go out into the general public because it is too easy for her to actually pull this off and make this happen. You know what I mean? All she got to do is go on Tinder. She going to get another dude to her crib, bro. She going to get another dude to her crib, period. You know what I mean? So, I'm kind of shook in my head thinking, has this actually happened before? Has she done this to other dudes? And the dudes just woke up in the morning, nigga still tied up. She fall asleep and shit. Nigga wake up. And she's like, all right, nigga, get out of here. And cut him loose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.